Oxventurers Guild, the final season, because these 5 companions have travelled a long road together and they've earned a little rest. Or heroic deaths! I feel like the reception to that is getting worse.
It's still not happened.
Can we not?
Well, I'm bringing it up so you'll get on board with it.
Okay.
I've finally become fond of my character, so...
We've all finally become fond of Egbert.
Yeah, finally.
Not now.
We proceed on with the adventure because, of course, at the end of the last session, you were pulled bodily into the 4th crystal.
Oh, yeah.
Which is odd, I would say.
What does it look like in here?
So you find yourselves in just an endless white void. Like, it is light. You can't. There is no differentiation between.
I start presenting a list video.
Inspiration. There is no separation between the ground and the sky. There is one chair.
Yeah.
quite nice, but also like it might fall apart at any moment.
Yep.
No, there is actually there are 7 seats. They are just small stone seats in a ring.
7?
Yes.
But there are 6 of us in the adventuring party.
One of the seats is occupied.
Can stretch out. Oh no, there's someone there.
There is
feet on their lap.
a lone figure. As you look at them, it's hard to get a fix on them in any one kind of guise because their features are constantly changing in kind of a patchwork sort of effect. So their eyes flip between, like humanoid, human, orc, elvish, and this is happening with all sorts of different bits of them. Like, hair changes wildly between styles and colours, their clothes are changing. It kind of feels like you are talking to a mishmash of everyone who has ever been.
Someone cycling through the presets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a character creator on random.
Or like if you'd pulled on a one-armed bandit, but it was a person randomizer, that whole thing. But you do get the sense that it is a single intelligence, kind of a single being, and is definitely regarding you, not unkindly, in fact, despite the fact that they are in a constant state of flux. They do seem quite friendly. In fact, they make a gesture toward the seats, and you're all invited to sit.
Hello, nice void you have here. We were just adventuring looking for crystals, and we appear to have accidentally been sucked into this one.
You have.
Is there a way out, or
Or at least some refreshments.
a bathroom? It's been a while.
We have such amenities. And you see them kind of like, they wave a hand, and like a door appears, it just says bathrooms.
It's good.
Amazed that was your first consideration, for sure.
Have we sat down yet?
No?
I'm going to take a seat.
Yeah, I'll take a seat as
Okay.
well.
As you sit down, your kind of piece of the pie, as it were, in the circle, and behind you changes. Marwan, yours becomes very verdant. The seat you're on becomes like it's not like you're sitting on a log. It's more like somebody has grown or shaped a tree to form like a perfectly comfortable seat for you.
Yeah, these are really good for the lower back. They're great.
Yeah.
They've got lumbar support.
It's good. It's good.
Dob, yours is appropriately bard-like. How would you term it?
I suppose it is a chair.
There's
maybe
also a stringed instrument.
It's got like the upholstery is a sort of patchwork, like a kind of classic jester mottle sort of pattern, motley even. But it's also got like kind of heavy metal spikes kind of along the top of it. Yeah, and underneath each arm are strings, like harp strings, so that when you're just sat there, you can just be like.
Please don't do that.
That's not going to be annoying at all, is it?
You sound like a cat playing Flight of the Bumblebee.
That's what it's like, but you're charmed.
Okay, yeah, sure. Does anyone else want to sit down? What are your chairs like?
Yeah, I'll sit down. It's a big sort of ornate captain's chair made of dark oak with skull in the middle at the top. Sort of rich, deep red upholstery.
Lovely.
And I swing a leg over one of the arms and just sort of lounge in it.
Now
And then another leg over the other arm.
I don't know. I haven't stretched this morning. Give it a go.
Your buttocks are 2 inches above the seat. So you're just
Yeah.
Doing a full Van Damme split across it.
Yeah.
I'm in an onyx throne that's wickedly sharp. Yeah, pretty evil looking.
fantastic.
I'm on a small, modest, 3-legged stool on a cold stone floor.
Sucks to be a
A
paladin.
smaller 3-legged modest stool pops up under Seal Gaiman.
Yep.
It's kind of there. Liliana sits down.
Oh, this isn't going to be a good chair.
She
bones.
doesn't look around her. She sort of sits down, and it's like ink in water. It's just shadowy and constantly changing. It looks like internal turmoil has been externalized.
It doesn't have a little harp built in.
It doesn't, no.
So whose chair is best?
My chair has an extendable pair of scissors that go out and cut all of the harp strings under it.
Oh, no.
Good. Now I'll restring my chair. The tuning process will be long.
Crazy frog.
And now this one. That's the
I've
first.
met one of those.
The crazy frog
Really
walks in
annoying.
and motorbikes into the room.
And now for the second of 500 strings. Dung, 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 dung.
I raise my scissors slightly towards Dov's throat.
Okay, great.
Anyway, hello. Nice
What's your
chairs you
name?
have
Who
here.
are you?
Dob, nice to meet you. And you are?
I am they.
Oh. Hi they. What's your job?
I suppose I'm here in the capacity of some sort of guide. It seems we have a pickle to discuss. Pickles are good. Until you're in one.
I think they want us to buy some pickle.
You seem troubled, and yet you would not have come here without facing many challenges
Yeah.
and acquiring 4 of the 5 crystals.
I gesture to Prudence's bandolier crystals.
We're inside one of them.
Yes, but it is there, but it is
Whoa.
kind of
Can we see a tiny us in it?
Yeah, we peer in like really close.
There you go, 4th crystal.
Can I put my eye right up to it and then see a huge Dob eye looming?
yeah.
Nice.
Damn. It's recursive.
This is going to be great for doing my brows. Do you live in this crystal, or are you this crystal?
Yes.
Whoa. Are there other theys in the other crystals, or are you the only they?
Well, we are they. I am they.
Whoa.
It throws up a slight problem, in that we need to collect these crystals to avert a great tragedy, disaster happening.
Indeed.
And yet we're now sort of in this one. So perhaps you have some advice for us on how to sort of resolve that situation.
Well, to put it this way, you have proven yourselves equal to the trials that have brought you thus far. And this is your final test.
Oh.
It is a test of your character.
Oh no.
You're going to ask us if we want to keep the chairs.
We will get to that in time, but first, let us be clear about what we are discussing. Your hearts are heavy, and while I can guess at the nature of your problem, I think it would be best if we verbalized it. What's the situation?
There's a big, horrible, squirming, broiling mass with a giant eye underneath Geth.
But someone, not name any names,
Points to
Points to Egbert.
The seal has been broken, and we must make sure that we reseal it and save this world.
Yes. I suspected this might be the case. And in fairness, this quandary, given enough time, would have risen anyway at some point, if not by your hand, he says directly to Liliana, then by another's. There is no point in punishing the pupil in an object lesson. Liliana, Geth forgives you. She kind of flicks her eyes up to him and back down, but slowly her piece of the pie sort of transforms and changes.
Liliana felt guilt.
Whoa, she can feel things.
This is progress.
Hers is quite scholarly. It's a lot of bookshelves with like tomes. There's a rug in front of her. There's light playing across it as if there, if the room were whole, there'd be a fire across from it. You do notice that these are the bookcases from Necropolis, obviously.
Corazon. Focus.
Stamp off to the toilet.
He's going to do one of Corazon's angry poos.
Well, Geth hangs in the balance, but you know this already. Geth was never really meant to support life, in truth. It was meant to sit in space, just a black hole, sealed and left to its own devices.
Who meant that for it?
We did. The spark of an idea began to grace the surface of what we now call Geth. Perhaps it was residual warmth from the horrors sealed on the other side, or it may have simply been a chance collision with an astral body carrying bacteria in its frozen core. But either way, it accumulated mass, it gathered an atmosphere, and visitors came, all of this untold ages ago. And the seal held fast, and eventually life teemed across its surface. And for the first time in millennia, those who sealed the gate took notice again, saw that which had sprung up across its surface in the interceding eons. We saw it for its beauty and also its fallibility. It was only a matter of time, they reasoned, until somebody discovered the truth and somebody cracked the seal. Now, those who sealed the gate did not want to intervene directly. They had no interest in becoming parents or gods to the people of Geth. This is the most contact any of those who sealed the gate have had with people from Geth in untold generations. However, they who sealed the gate were sympathetic to those who lived here. So, the essence of the binding was distilled into 5 crystals, 4 of which you now have in your possession. These were to give Geth the chance to preserve itself when the time arose, and to reforge the seal just once. We gave these to an ancient being whom you know as Binbag.
Yeah, we're on good terms with Binbag. Good friends.
He was the first test, one of patience.
I think we were more than patient.
I think he ended up a patient.
You've been given the chance of renewed protection to save Geth. But this protection is not given freely, it must be earned. And now we come to the test.
I kind of hoped that was the test. Just listening. Paying attention for a sustained time.
Yeah. I found it quite testing.
A real struggle.
The test is this. In this matter, you speak for all of Geth. For better or worse, you have become its champions. Now your worth, your souls, will be weighed. The question is not, are you worthy of saving Geth? It is this. If you are the champions that have emerged from the wilds, is Geth worth saving? And so I ask each of you, who are you that makes this place worth preserving?
Man, I wasn't expecting an existential crisis in a crystal.
Nobody ever does.
I mean, should we go round the circle?
Sure.
What are you going to do if we don't pass this test?
Nothing.
What are you going to do if we pass this test?
Furnish unto you the 5th crystal.
Okay.
So you're going to let Geth be destroyed if we don't score highly on your personality quiz?
It is not how we would put it, but yes.
What gives you the right?
The question really is what gives us the right to try and preserve what is, although charming, a freak accident of happenstance. Perhaps we were wrong to seal the gate in the first place. Perhaps we should have let these beings and their ravening ways travel across the stars.
So you're not on anyone's side.
No.
It's a fair point, you know. Maybe nature should take its course.
No, Geth is. All my stuff is there.
Merwin's just freaking out because she's just meeting another true neutral and she's like, sort of get this.
I sort of get. Is that weird? I sort of get it.
Welcome.
But it's not. It doesn't feel like neutrality to me. It feels like chaos. Like
That's the thing.
like we're trying so hard to sort of keep Geth together in an orderly fashion, and if it was never meant to do that, maybe we should just let the universe sort of scatter itself where it may, and see what happens. I mean,
then that is
that's
chaos.
how Geth came to be in the first place. freak cosmic accident. Who are we to say that this freak cosmic accident shouldn't happen?
This is not an entirely neutral conversation because we're fairly confident that the stuff that's going to come out is quite bad.
Yes.
Like if it was like an army of writhing arms that was going to tidy the place up a bit and maybe, make things nice and clean and happy, then
If
it
you
would
think-
feel like a different calculation.
Good, bad. You're looking through a keyhole, man.
I don't agree to just let things happen. I think there's a lot of things that matter and that, balance would be out of order if we just let things happen. And I don't like suffering. So, I feel that's too, that doesn't sit right with me. But I also understand why they would be a bit hands off. It's not, we were not part of any plan and they sort of don't know what to do with us. So this is our shot.
Who are you, was the question. Is Geth worth saving? Was sort of the question as well.
Yeah, who are you that makes Geth worth preserving?
Right. I am Dob, a half-orc bard. I am a tiny mote of chaos in the dust cloud that is Geth, which, as you say, was born of chaotic happenstance. I personally find that to be quite beautiful, and certainly beautiful things have come of it that are worth preserving. And I am an agent of chaos, and what this agent of chaos deems right to do in this moment is to keep Geth going. Ask me tomorrow, you might get a different answer, but you're asking me now. So what I'm saying is I am of a piece with this world. I am as chaotic as its origin, and you should let me do my thing. It's cosmically right. Man.
Very well. Anyone else?
Yeah. I am Percival Milktoast, the disappointing son, and the man who betrayed his friends at the earliest opportunity. Not necessarily a good person. But after those events, I travelled out into the world of Geth, and I met people and I experienced things, and I feel that the world had an effect on me that made me a better person. Having those experiences and meeting those people and just experiencing what Geth had to offer without any agenda on my part made me a better man, and made me who I am today, who I think is a lot better person than he was when he started out. So if Geth can do that to me, surely it can do that to other people. And I'm not done. I want to keep going and see if this continues. So that's who I am.
How are we doing?
Yeah, is there like a bar that's filling up?
Yeah,
He's got a
Prudence wants to know if there's
massive
enough
test
without her
tube
having to do
and
it.
several jugs of red water. He's pulling in. So you've got like...
The crystal's at the bottom and it's on a little float. And
Yeah, and there's a mark here that just says New Church Roof. And then up there is,
Save
all right, save
universe.
Geth.
Hi, I'm Meryl Wen. I'm a wood elf druid. I care very deeply about the balance of nature. If anyone is a threat to the force that is nature and the good that it can do and the life that it has created on this little plug over cosmic nightmares, I will do everything in my power to protect that. And sometimes I can cross some lines, and I'm not proud of everything that I've done, but I think that with my friends here, we have, saved a lot of life on this planet, on this disc. We have taken a lot of life as well, but that is the balance within nature. Nature is both life and death in this endless dance. And I would hate for anyone on this disc to not have their full chance and their single go. And I really don't want some cosmic horrors to pop out. That's just not my vibe. I'm all green, and you see the chair. Like this is it. And I just want me and my friends to carry on having adventures on this world and meeting other people having adventures on this world. And yeah, the big eye was really scary, and I didn't like it.
This is what you people mean when you talk about the vibes.
Yes.
The vibes would be off.
The vibes.
Vibes are important.
Well off, right off.
All the way off.
Yeah.
I see. Liliana kind of looks up for the first time in a long time. And she says, I am an avaricious, self-motivated, cruel, and vindictive person. For centuries, my only goal has been to acquire knowledge and power so that I can better subjugate those weaker than me. A few days ago, I would have said that made me, in a way, virtuous, because the absence of pain is only wondrous, I feel, in contrast to pain that has been felt. And so, in doing what I've done to others, I've given them the gift of appreciating what they have, of not being on fire. But recently, I feel I have learned a lot, and I'm willing to admit that perhaps my approach in the past has been misguided. Perhaps what I missed was that while an absence of pain is made more wondrous by knowing what pain is, I had experienced isolation so long that I didn't know what community was. Only instead of taking joy in it, stop it. I feel mostly shame. If that is growth, and if I am changing, then I feel it wouldn't have been possible were this not all to exist. From the floor next to her, a small side table goes whoop, and it has a goblet of red on it, and she just...
I didn't know we could get drinks.
Oh yeah, you just think it, and
I
it'll...
start pressing bits of my stool to see if it works.
Just,
See if a button.
Big tankard of grog, please.
Yeah, just doof. Seal Gaiman closed his eyes and goes, and just Scotch eggs in front of him.
Like a Ferrero Rocher tower of Scotch eggs.
The infinite void fills with Scotch eggs.
Crystal crush beneath the weight of the giant Scotch.
The crystal explodes from all of the...
Geth drowns in a sea of Scotch eggs.
Yeah. So hi. You asked who are we to save Geth. I'm Egbert. Hi.
Hi, Egbert.
Hi, Egbert.
Hello.
Hi, Egbert.
And I'm addicted to Scotch eggs. I think the best way to sum me up is not perfect, but well-meaning. And I have to believe that most people on Geth are not perfect, but well-meaning. And, I think one of the things to spring forth from the chaos of the universe is concepts of good and evil. And while the border between the two might be fuzzy and people might disagree on exactly what is good and evil, for the most part, the spectrum is understood. And some people choose to be evil, knowing full well that what they're doing is evil, but their lust for power overrides that sense of good and evil. But if one of the things to spring forth from the universe is good and evil, and if we can mostly agree that the good is to the benefit of the universe, in that it increases joy and reduces pain, and that evil is bad for the universe and that it increases pain and reduces joy, then surely we should all be striving towards good. That is a law of the universe almost as clear and understood as the law of gravity, which I assume we understand, even though this place is flat. Apparently we're all standing on this bit of it, and that's fine. Anyway, my point was, in closing, that I think good and evil do exist. I think they are an understood rule of the universe that has sprung forth from the chaos, and in understanding it, we should be striving towards the good bit and not the evil bit. Thank you for your time.
Hear, hear. Egbert says register to vote.
One question before we move on.
Got it, yes.
What are those round things?
Scotch eggs. They're another great creation of the universe that I would put firmly on the good end of the spectrum. Do you want to try one?
They close their eyes and a Scotch egg just pops into existence next to them.
If this is the deciding factor, I've got a really good feeling about this.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big one. You're tasting it with infinite mouths.
So, by the law of averages, I guess some of those mouths aren't going to like the Scotch egg.
Oh, sure.
Ooh.
Some of them won't.
But
Yeah.
percentage-wise,
Yeah. Off the charts.
Well, before we get
taste
too
sensation.
far into trying to understand, you kind of they give no discernible reaction one way or the other, but they turn their attention to Prudence.
Time to get heartfelt, Prudence.
I reject your premise.
Oh, good.
As a warlock, I draw on the powers of my chosen patron for my power and my magic and my existence. And that is an arrangement I have chosen. And frankly, I contend that it is no right of yours to decide whether I get to continue to live or not. I am ambitious and I deserve to keep living. And you're asking me to beg for my life. And I reject it. I reject that. I deserve to keep on living because I live.
She's got a point.
And scene. Now, what Prudence was presenting there.
You asked me who I am, and this is who I am. And I'm furious, frankly, at you bringing us into this group therapy session to beg for our lives.
That is who Prudence is.
To be fair.
And if the result of what Prudence says means the destruction of Geth, then we have to accept it. I do.
Have you ever had a sausage roll?
Oh, yeah.
They pause for quite a while. You see the fluctuations in their form kind of speeding up and slowing down.
Bad reaction to the egg, I think.
It's like they're processing. You have given us much to think about. Beauty in chaos, change in community, balance and vitality, adversity, growth, truth of intention, the right to indignation, vibes.
don't forget the Scotch egg.
You had a pork pie?
You get pork pie with an egg in it.
7 years. You have passed the test,
Yes! Hey!
and we are willing to concede that perhaps there never should have been a test. Thank you for your perspectives. It is easy. It is easy to lose focus when things are abstracted, such as they are,
Excuse me there, you must not have noticed Prudence's hand out.
by the sheer scale of all of our infinite
You could
knowledge.
talk while crystalline.
Yes. Here, they like, and it like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It starts to levitate toward you.
Fancy.
Know that this does not guarantee your success. It grants you only the ability to try. When you exit this crystal, you shall have all that you need in your possession to start the ritual. The tome will guide you in its particulars. But the time and the place of the ritual must be at your choosing. Think carefully. If only for the fact it may be the last place you ever see.
Oh.
The seal grows weak and
Well, you've been eating all these Scotch eggs.
Yeah, I keep setting them up. And you I only had one.
Seal game and bleats weekly.
Time grows short, but the barrier is not yet so far gone that you cannot take some time amongst yourselves to consider that which lies ahead. I suggest that you use it. I have enjoyed this conversation.
I've enjoyed it as well.
What will you do now?
Where will you go?
Do you want to
What
join an
next for
adventuring
they?
party?
Yeah, you want to come with? Literally everyone else in the world.
That relies on what you do next. They close their eyes and they disappear.
No,
Their
convenient.
seat remains, but you are now in the crystal.
I sit on the seat.
Okay. Your
Do I become an astral god?
piece becomes blank, and then it kind of comes back there.
All right.
All right, so we've got to pick the time and place of
A summoning
the
ritual.
summoning ritual.
What,
Let's just spitball
will
ideas.
What will we summon?
Well, I don't know, but it should be somewhere comfortable that we enjoy. That's what I'm suggesting. Sir James Buffett's Margaritaville. It's got apps. It's got drinks. It's got vibes.
It's got those island vibes.
The other thing that it's got though.
You like it there?
The other thing that it's got though
Remember
is
last summer?
Yeah? Boy, I remember.
Yeah.
It was a good time. That Nacho volcano. The only problem is
The only problem.
that it's so popular. It will also have a fairly large civilian population.
Oh, I thought you said we were going to have to wait up to 45 minutes for a table.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
They give you a little
I can-
buzzer though, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. I
You know
can
when
wait.
it's-
We can start the summoning ritual outside while we wait.
Yeah. Yeah. And then take our buzzer to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liliana puts her goblet down and says, "But what if this Sir James Buffett is a litigious fellow?"
It's a good point.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a good point. Maybe we
point.
should keep it to original.
Yeah, if we're going to really capitalise on our
Original IP.
final showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liliana, what?
Steamboat Willies.
I think we should summon it on Steamboat
On
Willie
Steamboat Willie Steamboat.
Liliana, what are we facing? What are we even doing?
May I see the tome?
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
She thuds it down on a plinth that rushes up from the floor to greet her. Seems like we have to form a circle, place the 5 crystals at 5 points in that circle. They'll sort of form a new seal that will start to sink into the ground.
Great.
And when it reaches the core of Geth, it will renew the magic. It does say here the edges of the seal will be temporarily open, so we may get a few nightmarish creatures coming in from beyond.
Maybe
And
if we
if-
put like a net over the edges or something.
Well,
Netting.
I
A
think
lot of fish nets at
I think we can expect a fight, because if we fall and the new seal doesn't take, eventually it will fail entirely and everything will erupt. It's kind of an all or nothing deal.
Well, I mean, there's only one place that we all know particularly well, and that's my house, I say.
Oh, the house.
Yes, my house, yeah.
Necropolis on Sea.
Yeah, Necropolis on my house.
We could do it in the garden. If we think it's going to damage the floor.
Oh, that's true. Well, there's,
It's going to sink into the core of Geth.
there's that big, like, boneyard in front of it. You could do
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah.
You been to the boneyard?
Of course I've been to the boneyard.
Been to my boneyard?
Phrasing. Yeah, we can go to Necropolis on Sea.
Is Bismuth still there?
Yes, yeah, business is still there.
You've been hanging out with Bismuth. What have you been talking to Bismuth about?
Nothing. We
Mind
can go
your
to
own
Necropolis on Sea, it's fine. Might need a little, tidying up.
I think we should go there right now and see what this jerk has done to my house.
Yeah.
Fine.
You've taken down any of the paintings I did.
No.
Oh yeah, I did a lot of like tasteful nudes. I remember last
They're
time. I was there.
they're all still hanging up.
All still tasteful.
No comment. How do we get out of the crystal?
Great question. Nothing in the tome?
Can you just imagine a door? I tried the door.
What does the door that Egbert imagines look like? I'm picturing a child's crayon drawing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, slightly wobbly at the edge.
D-O-R.
Like,
There's like a little window with the 4, the cross in it, and there's
Yeah.
a sunshine outside and like blue
Yeah.
skies and little clouds.
like the
And, like, a
oldie
tree.
tale of
Yeah,
Elbo's world.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna try the door.
Yeah. You open it to a windswept coastal island, sort of horrible-looking necropolis.
Yeah.
Wreathed in bone, with endless gravestones and a spooky-looking mansion at the top.
Nice. This place is also, sorry Corazon, the seat of Liliana's power currently. So, I mean, Liliana, if we're hoping, and I am hoping, to draw on your immense strength and awesome powers in this summoning ritual, like, this is probably the place to do it, right?
I stamp over to the kitchen to see if she's messed with my spices.
Talking of immense power and, you know, armies of other birds and things, how about my kidney back, please? I think we've held
Egbert
up our
should be
end of
allowed
the
to die
bargain.
with his kidney.
Fine. Yes, it's at the house.
All right.
Is it just like in a drawer with old cables? Load of old Nokias and Egbert's kidney.
It's under a table leg, keeping it
Squelching slightly as the
keeping it level.
I blow the
No.
dust of it.
I haven't treated it that badly. Let's go get your kidney back, and then I suppose we'll prepare.
Yes, please.
You all exit the crystal. Prudence, you go last, and you look down, and there are 5 crystals in your bandolier.
Nice.
Oh, that one was easy.
So you're all kind of like on the coastal path up to the house of Necropolis on Sea. So you start walking through the boneyard, which of course is like several feet deep in different bones. You've noticed, again, a lot more dragonborn skeletons here, possibly from failed experiments. If you want to
Seen
do
a lot of
Bonesley,
dead
you can do Bonesley, it's all right.
Thought hadn't occurred, but I mean, I guess.
Nope.
All right, fine.
Moat of chaos.
There it is. As you go, there's sort of like a bump in the sort of the mass of bones that sort of keeps travelling along as if there's something burrowing underneath at great speed, kind of walking alongside you, kind of keeping pace with you and occasionally veering off and back again and veering off and back again. It seems quite excitable.
Oh. Bismuth, is that you?
She bursts out of the bone pile. Yes!
Oh, Bismuth, it's so good to see you.
I assumed you had all died!
No, still alive.
Great!
I'm sorry that you've had to be here with Liliana. It must have been a terrible ordeal for you living here with her instead of me. It must
Oh
have
no,
been
it's
awful.
been great.
No, it must have been awful.
Oh no, she hired so many, well, not hired, in vats. She grew so many extra pairs of hands, I've practically retired.
Yes.
I've had time to do all sorts of things. Organize bones.
Yeah. I see lots of extra pairs of hands have been grafted onto you, Bismuth.
Yes. Yeah, she's like real Godric vibes. She's just like, she's now, yeah, she's just teeming with extra limbs, all of them skeletal, but all of them working.
I bear witness.
I've been organising the bones and counting the bones and occasionally beating a rug, just for fun.
Yep,
Got
no,
to
I
stay
understand.
limber.
I understand you have to say it was good because Liliana's here, but it's just...
Can I look up at Necropolis and just sort
Yeah.
of get a sense of like what condition it's in? I remember there were a few sort of like broken windows and things like that.
It's added to the
missing roof
atmosphere.
tiles and stuff. Yeah.
It was a vibe.
How's it look now?
It seems a little
Worse.
more dilapidated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is a shame.
Anyway, I'm going to see about these spices.
In the kitchen, it's not so much that she's moved stuff around or anything, but she's used up a lot of stuff and then to put the empty containers back.
I look in the sink.
Oh, I think you know. Every item of crockery
is soaking.
is having a soak in the sink.
I note it and move on.
I just give
Gross.
Dob a knowing look, and I'm just like,
Why would you put the empty jar back? Just buy a new one.
I was very busy.
Get busy buying spices.
No.
You win this round.
Oh yes, also all of the tasteful nudes, the paintings,
Yes.
they are still
Yes.
up, but now unfortunately they all have speech bubbles added to them, being like, I'm Corazon and I'm a human pirate jerk.
And the speech bubbles, it sounds coming from the bum.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I look up at it.
Oh,
I don't remember saying that.
I distinctly heard it the last time we encountered one another. You bent over and you said it right there.
I use comprehend languages on Corazon's bum. I don't have that.
I suppose while we're here, we should make preparations and also, I guess, to sort of rest up and
return people's kidneys to
yes.
people
Oh
whose
yes.
kidneys
Sorry.
have been removed.
Sorry. Come with me.
I spit on my hands and prepare for surgery.
Thanks.
I spit on Dob's hands.
Come with me to the basement.
This is going to take everyone's spit. All right. I I would like to attempt this surgery, if that's all right.
Ham Dob scrubs in. It's horrible. Okay. Liliana leads you down to the basement where previously you encountered a glowing, flaming skull.
Yes, I remember very well.
It is now, it's kind of like a wine cellar, but it's sort of like a wine cellar for
Jars of organs.
jars of Egberts.
Oh.
There's the last of the other Berts are there, kind of like
Right.
having a little sleep. So don't mind those.
Okay. Yep.
How
Okay.
gestated are they?
Just not looking
They're
at them.
like, they're ready to go, I reckon.
Good to know.
She reaches. All of them have like pipes and stuff connected to a central console.
Yep.
In the heart of this central console is not a heart, but it is a kidney, kind of enclosed in a glass vial thing, but it's perfectly shaped to the kidney. She goes, "Oh, well," she unscrews it and.
Turn off this machine, they'll probably die.
No, they won't.
Well,
They're fully cooked.
great.
All baked in the oven.
Yeah, I should have emptied them out and started a new batch, but
You left them to
Been
soak.
busy. Oh.
I swore I wouldn't.
she
Sorry.
she actually
I
gives
am
you like a
genuinely
wry
sorry,
smile. Catch.
I catch it.
Do you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey.
Well, that's an 8. No, wait. No, it's an 11.
Okay, yeah, you catch it.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna pop it out of the
Ding, 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 ding.
pop it out of the glass, and like I don't know, regard it. This is something I've been looking for so long, and I just take a moment, and I pop it in my mouth and swallow it.
Liliana just kind of looks like,
It's not how,
I'm getting it back inside my body. What
that's not how that works, Egbert.
do you mean?
It needs to get
It was
back.
out my body, and I put it back in.
Yeah,
I
let's
turn
get
around with surgical tools. Okay, I think we're all ready. Where'd the kidney go?
I put it back in.
It's in Egbert's tummy now.
I did not know you were also a physician.
There's a lot about me you don't know.
Wow.
Could you create a mage hand inside Egbert's
I mean, I
Cavity.
could.
I insist that we try.
abdominal cavity and like,
No, I'm feeling better already.
oh,
I think long and hard about the effort I would have to put in and the results I would get and the results that we're going to get from this situation.
A hand inside Egbert.
And then I say, I think it's probably all right.
fine.
I'm going to roll a d20, and on a 15 plus, it works. And the kidney's going to find its way back. I'm just curious. That is a nat 20. I'm not kidding. I'm going to.
Egbert does a little shimmy, and I'm like,
And we just hear
I'm literally. I'm taking a video to show you. I did not flub this. That is a natural 20. No fudge.
Wow. Crit, 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 crit.
Yeah, sure enough. It feels a bit
all my
weird when
rolls
you
are
feel the
at
kidney kind of
advantage
like
now, right?
go through your stomach wall, but it like, and then like you feel it spinning around, kind of like a dog before it lies down,
Yep.
and then it just kind of reconnects itself.
Yep.
And you've got a fully working renal system again.
I would like to decant the Egberts,
Sure.
the Egbert clones.
Can they fight alongside us?
If they want to, should be up to them.
We'll invite them.
There is a chain coming down from the ceiling.
Cool.
Just make a flushing noise as
Yes.
they come out.
Yeah. It says pull to flush.
I yank on the chain.
There is like, yeah, you sort of the tanks slowly drain of all of their fluid. Something Gatorade, but you're a dragon.
Close
An
enough.
alligator, yeah. Are they kind of like, Papa?
Hi.
Papa?
Do you want to save the world? I know it's early. You were just woken up, but
Okay.
That was easy.
yeah.
They smash their way out. They headbutt their tubes and they step out.
How many are there?
How many do we have?
There are 5,
Yes.
and
5 butts.
One for
each-
each crystal.
each one of them is wearing a tasteful fig leaf.
That's
Or
not
so
a
it
fig leaf.
appears.
Also, it's a bit, yeah, oh, God. There's got to be loads of spare clothes. Liliana just goes, go upstairs. You'll find the
No, you won't.
wardrobes. One says,
No, you won't. Don't go upstairs.
all right.
Well, no, she would have. They were all wearing like armor and stuff. She will have some stuff that she made for them that's left
better.
over.
I'll send Bismuth. Bismuth, could you get stuff for these 6, please.
Corazon, are you worried about getting like amniotic goo on your clothes?
Mostly, yeah. Bismuth, stay out of closets and walk-in wardrobes 1 through 12.
Bismuth looks to Liliana. But mistress, that is where all of the other bird stuff is stored.
I'm fine.
Bismuth scampers off like a hound and comes back with clothes and suits of armor. They are still the kind of black oxidized metal of the other bird's army. They do look distinctly evil, but then they were raised by an evil sorceress for the sole purpose of taking over Geth. So you get what you pay for.
Let's just paint a smiley face on the breastplate, and then that
works.
we'll know that
Also
they're on the
doubles
side
as a
of,
target.
we'll know that they're on the side of good.
Roll me a d20. I just want to see how good these designs come out.
And that is a natural 1.
Just a big like crosshair with numbers for scoring.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't come out at all like I was hoping.
It's either that or like that bit where Marge Simpson gets a t-shirt of her own face.
Oh yeah.
They look awful, basically. The other birds seem delighted, in fairness. They're like, whoa.
How else can we get ready for this? So if we're creating a thing that stuff is going to come up out of
Yeah.
in the sort of area in front of the house, like what can we do? Can we fire things from the balconies? Can we dig a big pit?
Firing things from the balconies, I love. Normally, I would say let's like fill the place with traps and spikes and all sorts of stuff. But like, I'm a bit nervy about doing anything to the ground around where the actual summoning takes place because we only got one shot at this, and it's super important that the seal sort of it drops neatly down into the heart of Geth, right? So maybe
We're conjuring a sort of magic plug that's like.
Going to be lowered.
yeah. And if we kind of like fill that with thorns and grease.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the
Usual
creatures
MO.
are going to be trying to climb up and
Around.
out of that
Yeah, I guess so.
vast.
The sides, maybe?
Out of the little gaps
Hole.
when the plug goes.
So yeah, there's an illustration in the tome of basically like a plug, and you've got the seal, and then you've got things crawling out and heading outwards.
Yes.
So the inside is kind of largely going to be
Okay.
fine, and that's just going to be like the crystals are going to sink through that. But yeah, there is going to be a central spawn point. Sure, why not? And then things are going to be coming out and going in all directions.
We take the longest bones from the boneyard,
Yep.
Love it.
carve them into long, sharp stakes, and set them into the ground, slanted inwards around the
Nice.
perimeter
Yeah.
of the hell pit.
Yeah.
Or-
Let's call it Hell Pit. That's
Hell
Brilliant.
fair.
Love
Okay.
it. That's great.
And then anything
Good shot.
crawling out, we'll have to get over our kind of sharp, bony barricade.
yeah.
And then if
For
they
starters.
do, they'll be riddled with arrows from the balcony.
My magic walls that I make are fire, wind, whatever. I can use that to encircle. How big is the plug gonna be? Because like, are we just
Probably up to us, right? We make
Like-
a circle.
Yeah,
the
you
thing is,
make
like-
the circle.
Yeah,
it's up to you.
so
make
is
it
it
this
a thing it kind of like goes down and then gradually widens to cover
Yeah,
all
it's
of Geth?
basically it's just going to go in.
Just
and
gonna
like,
go in and then boop. Okay.
like a tablet dissolving in someone's tummy.
So yeah, I can as long as you don't make it like too huge an initial
Well, what
seal.
radius?
Wall of fire is 60 feet.
That's not a very big circumference, I don't think, is the problem.
Yeah.
So if 60 feet is the circumference, and
Yeah.
pi is 3.14,
Yeah.
and the circumference divided by pi is the
Don't make me
radius.
maths, Prudence.
2 times the radius.
Dob does a face that looks like he's helping to calculate.
It's 16 feet across, I think.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what I
there
got
we
as
go.
well.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Okay, we can do that, but Merylwen's just kind of like gonna zoom into her druid like back catalogue and try and work out what she's gonna do for a bit.
A sort of
Bone spikes.
fire
circle.
like a fire circle sounds brilliant.
Yeah.
And like it's going to. My only concern with that is that like Merylwen, if you're sort of focused on that, we also have to protect Merylwen.
We'll give her a Praetorian guard of other bits.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, they can have a sort of sub-objective guard Merylwen.
Yeah.
And they've got targets on them, so they're definitely going to go for them.
They'll draw the eye,
Yeah.
certainly. All right, that
I
sounds
mean,
good.
I don't think any of us are going to do as much damage over an area as Merylwen is, right? So protecting Merylwen, our fire weaver.
Wait, how many scrolls did Prudence get?
We had loads.
We've all
Does
got
it?
Like 60.
I've got a sack full of moonbeam
Oh, yes,
scrolls.
One scroll, and then I'll put some in my toes.
Yeah. Can I go through the scrolls? Are they all moonbeam? Because we just grabbed a handful.
Yes, they're 18 moonbeam
18
scrolls.
moonbeams.
18
80,
moonbeam.
and they're 5 feet across.
How many other Berts did we?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Liliana, plus, and that
5,
gets up to 11.
Bismuth, if she wants to get involved.
Yeah, Bismuth.
How many hands
Yeah.
has Bismuth got? Loads.
We could probably summon Binbag. He should get a hand on this ball.
All right.
Who else? Seal Gaming?
Suzette?
We can't just get Suzette, I don't think, can we? She's far away. Also, I don't especially want her near.
Okay, that's fair. I just think Liliana can teleport, right? So
Oh, can she? Liliana, you can teleport. Oh, yeah, you've been
Yes.
teleporting us everywhere. Okay.
Nice of you to notice.
Okay. Right. Come with me to get Suzette.
come while we collect a series of fan favourite characters from around game.
Do you know where she is?
Yeah.
Do you have a teleportation rune for it?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Here it is.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to allow this.
How many moonbeams does that get us?
20.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll just wait until whatever comes out of the hole and then we'll hit it with 20 moonbeams.
Well, it's going to be a short fight. Are there any more bits of prep that you want to do right now?
Can I check that I've got all the hempen rope?
Yes,
In my-
you've all got 50 foot of hempen rope.
Cool.
Then I think we're ready.
I would like to go through my wardrobe and see what remains and piece together the best possible outfit.
Okay.
The most intimidating
Yeah.
Pirates King outfit.
But that also allows me kind of free movement to swing a cutlass.
The good news is it seems like there is such a range of styles in your wardrobe, but Liliana's willingness to dress flamboyantly only goes so far.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say actually like a good third of your wardrobe is completely intact, and it's all the most outrageous stuff.
Cool.
Absolutely outrageous.
I stagger out looking like a peacock on his way to the Met Gala.
Absolutely perfect. Yeah, great.
I'm looking forward to you hiding in the fight.
Giant flamingo feather just poking out of the top of the.
In the crystal, they said we had time enough to take a little time. Should we, I don't know, have one last meal together, or I don't know, maybe it's one last night sleeping under the same roof or something, I don't know.
One last argument about whether the pot needs to be sold.
I'll do the washing up.
Amazing. All right. I mean,
Yeah, let's have a beachfront barbecue.
Well, yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's
Beachfront barbecue.
let's dig a little fire pit where we're gonna, do the summoning ritual.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
And that way we're summoning all of our mates first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One final cookout.
Get some other but steaks on the...
no.
The pantry at
front of the
Necropolis
boys.
is famously always well stocked. Mostly for the creation of hilarious Scooby-Doo style sandwiches.
Oh, yeah,
So-
of course.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, you've dug a fire pit. It's now like lined with bones, so it just looks cool. And yeah, you have a sort of beach luau. The world might end tomorrow, but for now, have you tried the salsa kind of cookout, I guess?
Would it be possible to ask Liliana to bring Simon here?
Yeah, she's
Seeing
going to
as-
roll her eyes being used like an interdimensional taxi. But
Yeah.
yes, she'll bring you Simon back.
Interdimensional
Thanks.
cat box.
I also give Geo a steak as thanks for keeping Simon warm.
Oh,
So,
that's amazing. Thank you. It's delicious.
it's all right. I just wanted to hear the accent again. But now I have Simon.
Okay, lovely. All right, yeah. It's chill. We might all be dead by this time tomorw. Vibes on the beach.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Buddy.
Don't go anywhere near the fight tomorrow. You
This
just
Well,
plays an
like
enormous
cocktails.
bone xylophone.
Yeah. And gang, let's not lose sight of the fact that no matter what happens tomorrow, we didn't invite Chauncey.
I forgot about Chauncey. Actually, before we wrap up, I'm gonna just write a little note to Panniers and like pop that in a bottle and just like, hock it into the sea. Maybe you'll see that.
Yeah, if the world survives.
It'd be pretty funny to invite Chauncey and not Shattershield.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I tie a little note inviting Chauncey to the leg of a seagull and send it off in the direction of Mistmire. Maybe he'll get here.
Well, in the morning, it's potentially the end of the world as we know it. So,
Let's get wasted.
mind your fine.
We don't want to do this. We don't want to do this last big fight with no hangover.
yeah, very, very true.
It might throw us off our groove.
We leave. The camera sort of pulls out on a tender last meal together, while everyone works on their isotonic sports hangover for tomorrow. And we'll find out whether literally everyone gets to live, or whether they're going to be consumed in a horrible conflagration.
Right now, we'll find out.
No, next time. I really feel like you should have. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So,
should.
wouldn't you? I'm bad at pattern
Thought we
breaking.
had got it.
Should've
No,
won.
Oxventurers Guild, the final season will resume and then end next time.